What if I told you that you don't need a fancy college degree to earn a global qualification that's recognized in more than 180 countries? What if I said a 17-year-old right after 12th grade can build a six-figure international career in finance, without ever going to university? Sounds unrealistic, right? But that's exactly what the ACCA can make possible, if you start early and play your cards right. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to start ACCA right after 12th, what nobody tells you before you begin. The mistakes students make, the hidden costs, and how real students turned their confusion into confidence. And by the end, you'll not only know the exact steps but also have a 90-day roadmap to actually start your ACCA journey the smart way. Now, let's be real. The decision after finishing 12th feels like standing at a crossroads. Everyone around you has an opinion. Your parents might say, do BCom first, then decide. Your friends say, let's do CA together. Teachers say, get a degree first. ACCA later. But deep down, you feel like time is slipping away. You want a career that's global, practical, and fast-moving. That's exactly how Sarah felt. She had just completed her 12th with decent marks. Not a topper, not a failure, just somewhere in the middle. She loved accounting, but had no clue which route to take. The fear of wasting years in a local degree while others built international careers scared her. She stumbled upon ACCA one night while scrolling YouTube, but all she saw were complicated videos with half information. That's when she decided to take a leap, and that single decision changed her life. Before we get into the details, let's understand what ACCA really is. ACCA stands for the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants, a globally recognized qualification that opens doors to accounting, auditing, finance, and business management roles in more than 180 countries including the UK, USA, Canada, UAE, and Australia. You can work in top global firms like Deloitte, PwC, EY, or KPMG, or even start your own consultancy. It's one of those qualifications where your skills speak louder than your degree. And yes, you can start it right after 12th, no college degree needed. Now, most creators stop right here. But we won't, because there's a catch. Not everyone who starts ACCA after 12th finishes it successfully. Many give up halfway, not because it's too hard, but because they weren't told the truth at the beginning. So, let's break the myths first. Myth number 1, you need a degree to start ACCA. False. All you need is to have completed your 12th with a minimum of around 65% in English and math or accounts, and at least 50% in your other subjects. That's it. You're eligible. But here's the truth, if you scored below that, don't panic. There's still a pathway for you called the Foundation in Accountancy, also known as FIA. It's basically ACCA's entry route for students who don't meet the direct criteria. You can complete FIA in around 6 to 12 months and then get transferred directly into the main ACCA program. Let's talk about the structure, because this is where most students get lost. ACCA has 3 levels. The first one is Applied Knowledge, which includes 3 subjects: Business and Technology, BT, Management Accounting, MA, and Financial Accounting, FA. Once you pass these, you move to Applied Skills, where you'll study subjects like Corporate and Business Law, LW, Performance Management, PM. Taxation, TX, Financial Reporting, FR, Audit and Assurance, AA, and Financial Management, FM. Finally, you reach the Strategic Professional level, which is like the boss stage. Here, you'll tackle Strategic Business Leader, SBL, Strategic Business Reporting, SBR, and 2 optional subjects like Advanced Audit, AAA, Advanced Performance Management, APM, Advanced Taxation, ATX, or Advanced Financial Management, AFM. In total, there are 13 exams, and since you're joining right after 12th, you won't get any exemptions. You'll attempt all 13. Sounds like a lot? Don't worry, it's actually manageable if you plan properly. Now let's talk about the part no one tells you, the costs. Because this isn't just about registration and books. Starting ACCA means investing wisely. When you first register with ACCA Global, there's a registration fee, an annual subscription, exam fees for each paper, and then study materials. Most people forget to count the resit fees, in case you fail an exam. You'll have to pay again to retake it. Add to that the cost of updated study materials, mock exams, and tuition support if you go through a learning partner. Depending on your country, the overall cost can range from around £2,000 to £3,500 or the equivalent in your currency. That's for the entire qualification. Many students make the mistake of not budgeting for resits or not planning for annual renewal, and then panic midway. So let's call this the hidden cost reality. But here's the blunt truth: money is never the main problem. Time and discipline are. ACCA gives you flexibility, but that flexibility can become your enemy. Take Ahmed, for example. He started ACCA right after 12th. In the beginning, he was motivated, he cleared BT and MA quickly. But then he got a part-time job, and thought he could manage. He failed his FA exam twice because he didn't have a fixed schedule. What changed everything for him was structure. Once he set daily goals, just 2 hours every evening, 4 days a week, he cleared FA and the next 2 subjects within 1 year. His story is proof that consistency beats talent in ACCA every single time. So if you're wondering how long it takes to complete ACCA after 12th, here's the real picture. If you study full-time and stay consistent, you can complete all levels in around 3 to 4 years. If you study part-time while working or doing a degree side by side, it may take around 4 to 5 years. Remember, each year has 4 exam sessions: March, June, September, and December, and you can attempt up to 4 papers per session, though most students prefer 2. Now, let's discuss something most creators skip: the emotional part. Because this isn't just an academic journey, it's a psychological one. There will be moments when you feel like quitting, when you fail a paper, when your friends graduate earlier than you, when your relatives ask, "Are you still studying?" Those moments test your patience. But remember, ACCA isn't a sprint. It's a marathon. Every single student who made it to the end says the same thing: the pain of persistence is smaller than the pain of regret. Let me share another real story. This one's about Priya. She was a bright student who joined ACCA after 12th with high hopes. But she failed her first attempt at taxation, TX. Instead of quitting, she analyzed her mistake. She realized she was reading concepts but not applying them to past papers. The next attempt, she practiced 100 past questions, simulated real exam conditions, and not only passed TX but scored a distinction. Fast forward 3 years, she's now working in Deloitte, UK, earning a salary that's 4 times higher than what her college batchmates are making. That's the difference between a struggler and a strategist. So, how do you build that strategy? Here's what I recommend as an efficient ACCA roadmap after 12th. Start with BT, MA, and FA, your applied knowledge papers. Dedicate 3 months to these 3 subjects. Use official ACCA-approved materials, attempt all end-of-chapter questions, and take at least 1 mock per paper. Once done, move to the applied skills level. Now, don't rush. Pick 2 subjects per session. Ideally FR and LW first, then TX and PM, and finally FM and AA. By the time you're done, you'll have a strong foundation to tackle the strategic level. Now, the strategic professional level. This is where students either shine or struggle. You'll handle SBL and SBR as mandatory subjects. These require not just memorization but business thinking, analyzing cases, writing like a consultant, and understanding the real-world scenario behind every question. Many students say SBL feels like an MBA condensed into 1 paper. After that, pick 2 optional papers aligned with your career goals. If you love auditing, pick AAA. If you're into data and analytics, go for APM. If you want to work in taxation or financial management roles, ATX or AFM are great choices. Now, let's address what many of you are probably thinking. Is ACCA really worth it in 2025 and beyond? Here's the fact. In countries like the UK, UAE, Singapore, and Malaysia, ACCA qualified professionals are in huge demand. Even in the US, while CPA is more popular, ACCA gives you entry into multinational firms and global finance teams. According to salary reports, entry-level ACCA affiliates in the UK can earn around £30,000, £45,000 annually, and experienced professionals can go up to £100,000 or more. In the UAE, salaries range between 10,000 United Arab Emirates dirhams $25,000 per month, depending on your experience. And if you're from South Asia, India or Pakistan, this qualification can help you relocate abroad or work remotely for global clients. Let's talk about career roles, because ACCA isn't just about becoming an accountant. You can work as a financial analyst, auditor, taxation consultant, business advisor, or even in fintech and corporate strategy. The best part? ACCA teaches you not just accounting, but business thinking. That's why employers value it so much. You'll learn ethics, governance, risk, audit, financial reporting, performance management, all of which make you a business decision maker, not just a number cruncher. But there's something else you must prepare for: failure. And I don't say this to scare you, I say this to make you ready. Roughly 50% of students fail at least one paper. The difference between those who quit and those who qualify is simple: reflection. When you fail, don't cry over it, dissect it. Identify which question pattern got you. Was it time management? Was it misunderstanding the requirement? Build that feedback loop. Students who use examiners' reports and feedback after each exam improve drastically. Now, let's get practical. How do you actually start? Here's your 90-day ACCA start plan. Day 17. Register on ACCA Global's website. Choose your country, pay the registration fee, and get your student ID. Day 8-14. Select your first two papers, BT and MA, and buy official study materials from ACCA-approved publishers like Kaplan or BPP. Day 15-60. Study daily for at least 2 hours. Use YouTube lectures, mock tests, and discussion forums. Every weekend, revise and attempt practice tests. Day 61-75. Attempt one full-length mock exam per paper. Analyze your mistakes. Day 76-90. Schedule your exams, take them, and you're officially an ACCA student on your way to becoming a global accountant. Before we wrap up, remember this: ACCA is not just about exams. It's about developing a mindset. You'll learn how to think like a CFO, how to manage global business decisions, how to communicate in the language of finance. This one qualification can open more global doors than most degrees combined. And if you found this video valuable, make sure to hit subscribe, because our next episode will take you through how to score 80 in your first ACCA exam even if you're a complete beginner. Trust me, you don't want to miss that one. So take a deep breath, take your first step, and let your journey begin, because your 12th was just a milestone. ACCA is the start of your global future.